Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I don't know how dark it is. Hopefully you guys can see me. Actually, I'm not even sure if I've revealed this to you guys, but this is a garage I have here at school where I like to do some work. I'm really excited for today's video because I'm going to be introducing to you my new toy here. My Honda CBR 600 RR. Now, this is a 2003. Now, this bike is 20 years old now, and it's to me, it's amazing to ride. Now, this is my first like street bike I've ever ridden. I've ridden a few motorcycles, a few dirt bikes before. This is my first street bike. I don't know if you can see, it got some bugs on. It's kind of dirty. I took it on the highway for the first time the other day. Man, but it is fun to ride. Today, I'm going to be changing the oil on it. Show you guys how I can change the oil. I just picked up recently this Pitbull, a stand. Something I didn't really notice, I think he did actually tell me this when I bought it, is that the spools here are broken. But lucky for me, I actually got this stand with the spool option and the swing arm option as well. So some things aren't perfect on the bike. You know, when I bought it, I was missing a few things, but I know I got it used. It's got 12,000 miles. The fairings, you know, that's on me and my pops. We'll get those better. But today we're going to be changing the oil. What else did I get to? Yeah, quad lock. Had to pick up a quad lock case with a dampener. I think it's the way to go. Alright, so we just used some tinfoil here to wrap up the headers. If you guys can see that in there, because right there is actually our oil filter there. So when we take that off and oil drips out of there, we don't want that to get all over our headers. You can probably see better here actually as well. And I'll show you later when I take the oil filter off with the flashlight. And today I'm going to try and do all this without removing any of the fairings. You know, it's pretty tight in there, but I think I can do everything I need to today without taking off the fairings. You know, I think these are aftermarket fairings. They don't fit perfect. When I got them, they weren't perfect. And as you can see, we got some zip ties going down here before. So I don't really want to mess with these unless I have to. But again, the reason we're using tinfoil and nothing else to cover it up is because, you know, before we change the oil, we're going to want to warm up a little bit, get that oil nice and warm so it flows out pretty easy. So here we got the startup. Check back in when it's warm. Alright guys, as you can see, we got the bike up to temp here. The oil moved around in there a little bit. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit longer, not too much longer. And then we'll call it a day here and get this changed out. All right, one thing I forgot to mention, or probably a lot of you guys know this, is that oil is very messy. So paper towels is definitely not the most ideal situation or ideal tool you want to use for this situation. But I'm just gonna place it around this oil pan here. Right here, if you guys can see, this is our oil pan right here. When it's nice and warm, I can feel it already. It's hot. But this is what we're going to be taking off, is this nut right here. Got this oil pan positioned nicely. I'm sure those headers are pretty hot. So yeah, I don't really want to mess with those, but we'll be letting this out here in a second. Alright guys, so what we're going to do here, this is the oil cap here on the engine. Wow, so we can actually get this off. There we go. I'm going to twist that off. Perfect. I'm actually going to set that up here next to my crush washer. Ooh, that's interesting right there. Okay. It's not wiping off. I thought this piece here, let's try to show you. I thought this right here was not a good sign. I thought it was some milk. But it looks like we're okay. But we're going to change the oil here right now. Alright, we're back underneath here. As you can see, just going to hook this up right here. And I wish I had someone. There we go. That's it. So I'm going to just get this unloosened. Oof. Alright guys, this is really hard for me to film and do this at the same time. So I'm going to stop filming and show you the end result. And yeah, I finally got it loose. I hope I can just do it by hand now. Oh, yep, looks like it's coming. Alright, I can see the washer right there. Make sure I got this in good position here. Oh, I was just showing you guys sideways. My bad. And it's about to Boom. All right. And there comes out our oil. Get on my hands here. As you can see, it does kind of get everywhere, even unintended. So we'll let that drain out here, and then we'll put new stuff in. All right, as you guys may or may not be able to see, we got a lot of the oil coming out here now. Last part is dripping out, and I think the more challenging part is coming, and that is getting the oil filter out and the new one in. So I think that's gonna be the most challenging part of this. Here we go. Happy we got that thing out. I don't know. I'm gonna have to replace this. It was really hard, and it's getting kind of stripped out. So I'm gonna replace the crush washer I have, and then next time I change the oil on this, I'm gonna replace this. All right, guys. Starting to find out that no job is an easy job, even changing the oil on a motorcycle here. So I just cracked that loose. It was really hard to get to while keeping the fairings on. But as you can see, it is starting to drain out here from the oil filter, and I'm going to take the rest of it off here in a second and let more of it drain out. Well, that part is draining right now. I'm going to put this plug back in, and I'm going to replace this crush right here as well. See if I can get this bad boy off here. But yeah, so I'm going to split this apart here and put a new one on with the new crush washer. All right, and I'll check back in with you guys. Hey guys, remember I said nothing's easy? And I told you I was gonna replace that crush washer. Well, it wasn't coming off, and now you can see I had to use these wire cutters or dikes here to take it off and pull it off. So yeah, it's in pieces now, but don't you worry, I got a new one right here, so it's not that big of a deal. So we're just gonna slip this bad boy on over. You can see that's the crush side. This is the side we want it to be on. We'll just put this bad boy right up in here, and then we'll take the filter off, and then I'll show you guys how to put the new filter. Alright guys, we're back. We just got the old filter off. As you can see, it's a K&N. Yeah, I'm happy we got these bad boys, this bad boy off. I've heard K&N filters are not the best. We got our OEM Honda filter we're about to throw on here. Hopefully you guys can see, kind of pass through that and in there. It's really important to make sure we get this threaded up here right. And here we go from there, and yeah, I'll show you in a second. Alright guys, we just opened up our Honda OEM filter here. We're going to want to put some oil around this O-ring here so we make sure we get a good seal. Alright guys, so we got our filter on there. What's next now is to just, as you can see, it's on there, nice and snug, not really any play, it's right up to it there. I'm going to put my oil filter wrench on there and just tighten it down just a tad bit more. It's hand tight right now. I'm just going to do it a little bit more. Alright guys, we got our new filter on there. We got it nice and tight with the tool. Next thing up here is we're just going to clean up, and what I'm actually going to do, that's out. I'm just going to put that in for now. After I clean up here, we're going to add the new oil, and we'll be done. We'll fire it up and make sure nothing's leaking. Alright guys, we managed to do that without making too much of a mess. Literally the only thing now is to put the oil in here. So we're going to take our cap back out. We got our nice funnel here. Don't think I'm going to need... Wow, is that too perfect? Alright guys, I opened up the back of the bike. This bike is sick, you know. It had the original 03 owner's manual. Checking the oil amount. Fill the crankcase with the recommended oil, page 100, approximately 3.1 US quarts. So we're gonna go for 2.5, and I'll check the oil level and see where we go from there. Alright guys, we fired the bike up. You know, always good using OEM stuff, right? But look at this bottle. I mean, yeah, forget the drips, but like they got little markings about how like about what's supposed to be left, but how could you tell? It's not clear or anything right there, so how could you tell how much is left in the bottle? So I had to guess, but you Honda guys know, oh, probably, I could probably even use some more. Let's tilt the bike over a little bit. You'll probably be able to see the oil come in there. I'm gonna check myself too, make sure we got enough, but the oil light's not on here or up here, so things are looking good. I'll probably put a little bit more in, Might be a little oil burning down here because of what got on the headers. But I'm feeling pretty good about everything here. All right, guys, you know, we got it figured out here. LaCroix did well. I did well. Got it figured out. I'll take the bike for a ride. Maybe I'll show you around the truck later. Show you what's inside here. This is actually all gonna go away soon. Bike's not gonna go away. I did go look at a 2010 M6. Just wasn't the one for me. Just wasn't the one. We moved in New York City as well, so this is gonna go away. I'll check back in with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the how to change the oil on a 2003 CBR 600 RR.